This is Shauna with Inspire Growth, and this is sales tip number 14 in a series for financial advisors to increase their sales acumen. So last week, I shared a tip around effective follow-up. So the frequency and the speed of following up to get the initial meeting. Now, we know that if you get an initial meeting, if you move a lead to prospect, the chances of converting them to a client increase by 30%. Now, this is based on data from the Investment News 2020 Pricing and Profitability Study. So this is data from real financial advisors. So this week, what I want to share is a formula to actually follow up. So what are you going to say when you follow up? So you can use this via email, or you can use this if you're returning a phone call. So the formula is AARP, okay? So the first A is to acknowledge why they reached out. So thank you for downloading the 10 steps to a successful retirement white paper. The next A is to ask about them. I would love to learn more about you and your financial situation, and if you had any questions about the 10 steps. R is to make a recommendation. So I would love to learn more and meet. Let's schedule a time to connect for a brief conversation. If you have a calendar link, you want to make sure you include it so they can very easily schedule a time, and keep that initial meeting short so it doesn't feel like a big task on their behalf. So you want to reduce the friction as much as possible. But you want to make that recommendation, okay? And then P is to provide something of value. They may not be ready for the recommendation that you make, which is likely going to be to meet. And so you want to continue to keep them engaged by providing them something else that may be of value. So if they downloaded a white paper on retirement, this is where you may want to say, P.S., here's a checklist if you're considering retiring. Provide some value. If you have a marketing automation system, you can see who's clicked, and you can see if they're continuing to engage in your content. And as you follow up, you're going to want to have a series of these emails ready to go, and you're going to just make slight tweaks on the same formula, AARP. So the next one, you may be having a very similar, you want to acknowledge, you want to ask about them, you want to make a recommendation, and you may just change really what you're providing them as far as value. Instead of a checklist, maybe it's an article. Check out this article, this popular article that we wrote on retirement based on our clients' questions, for example. So use this formula, AARP, to get more initial meetings. When you get more initial meetings, you get to prospects, and when you have more prospects, you increase your chances of converting them to client. So if you like this tip and you're looking for more growth and sales tips, follow me at LinkedIn at Shauna Mace or at inspiregrowth.co, and don't forget to follow up.